Got to get that mesh, boy.
Welcome in, everyone. This is another episode of Catfish on Ice with the Catfish on Ice crew. That is Chad Minton, Rich Howe, and Kyle Perkins as we watch the Preds do battle with the Calgary Flames for the second time in a week. And it's really part two of last week's showdown because these two teams are giving us a little taste of what we're going to get if they face off in the first round of the playoffs. And my gosh,
it's going to be some good hockey, man, if it happens.
Yeah.
Lots of fights.
Sign me up for it. Sign me up for it, gentlemen. Sign me up for it.
Yeah, there will be nobody coming out of that healthy. I can tell you that right now.
No.
Oh my gosh. I mean,
and our friend Lindsay isn't in here yet. I know she's going to listen to this later, and we don't have our friends from the Barn Burner podcast on here, but I would like nothing more to see Tanner Jeannot punch Matthew Tkachuk right in the face.
Okay,
right
I will give you Tanner, but I will raise you Matthew Olivier.
That's fine too. I don't care. Just one of them. Right in the face.
Have y'all seen the fight Olivier had while wearing the fish fry jerseys?
I did see that. Did you see that, Chad?
I didn't see it, no.
Holy moly, it looked like a horror movie when they were done. It was bad.
The dude's visor, I kid you not, halfway through this fight, he couldn't see for all the blood on his visor.
You could have took your finger and wrote red rum in it and everybody would be able to see it.
Oh.
It was for sure bad.
That seems like the typical Preds game these days. I mean, it's just like every time we think they're going to have a regular game, like nothing really happens. I don't know. But
anyway,
welcome in, everybody.
Yeah,
this is episode 124 of Catfish on Ice as we get to the nitty-gritty, the very end of this regular season. And the Preds still have not officially clinched as of this current time when I am speaking these words right now through this microphone. The Preds have still not officially clinched, and that kind of hurts my soul a little bit because I would like for it to already be clinched, but I guess it'll make for a good episode. I guess it'll make for a good episode, right? Because we can talk about it.
It will. I was just telling my wife how I would really love for them just to clinch this up tonight so you can just watch the other two games and then just enjoy them.
Well, you know what, Rich? It's really funny you just said that because I was just telling my dog the same thing. It would be really nice if they just went ahead and clinched tonight.
Yeah, I mean,
just
kind of simple. Go ahead.
Yeah,
arguably one of the top 2 or 3 teams in the league. Just casually, just knock them off.
Yeah,
it's so simple. Yeah. It's so simple that even a dog should be able to understand it. But he looked at me and didn't care much. But and
then he threw up in your shoe.
All right. He did not throw up my shoe, no, but he probably should. He probably should, considering how this team's playing lately.
You're like, the Predators need to clinch tonight, and he pees on the carpet.
Yeah, I mean, that would make sense. Okay. That would make sense for him totally. All right, never mind. Yeah. All right, so we are going to continue to talk about this Preds Flames game that is going on right now as we speak. We're going into the third period, and the game is tied 2-2. The Flames got a late goal in that period to steal some thunder away from us because the Preds did storm back to take the 2-1 lead. Matt Duchene has scored another goal tonight, his 42nd goal of the season as he continues to build on the franchise goal record.
On a power play to start the third.
How's that? That's always nice.
I don't know what happened other than the whole big kerfluffle there, but
okay. Well, we'll take it.
So some big numbers here tonight. Roman Josi scores a laser of a goal that we all love to see. His number 22nd goal of the season. Tomasino assists on it. Ryan Johansson also gets the secondary assist to tie that score up at 1-1 in the second period. I'm hearing some clapping in the background. I'm guessing something good happened.
How can I not?
That would be Mr. Philip Forsberg.
There you go.
We're getting some breaking news from our guy Kyle Perkins.
Moly. Oh, look here.
As Philip
Justin Gambino
scores.
Our friend Justin Gambino's in here with the bang.
Justin Gambino, thank you for coming through with the bang. Gambino comes through with the bang there on YouTube.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
What a setup.
What a clap whistle that was. Isn't that what they call them sometimes? Clap whistles?
Sometimes. Maybe.
That pass from Duchesne was perfect. I mean, perfect.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Sauced it right over there, didn't he?
It's been like this all season, guys. It's like the Spider-Man meme where it's like Matt Duchesne, Philip Forsberg pointing at each other. Who wants to score the most goals this season for the team? And Duchesne has his 42nd. Forsberg now has his 41st goal of the season. And it's a big one. It's a big one. We're going to have to watch this third period here along with all of our great listeners tonight for episode 124. We hope you're watching live on YouTube right now on our channel. We are going to watch the duration of this third period. Hopefully, by the time this episode ends, the Predators have clinched a playoff berth because that's all they have to do. Win in regulation. If you have to win in overtime tonight, it gets a little more complicated.
No, overtime's still fine. All they have to do is beat Calgary, I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Well, NHL put out a tweet out today where it was like 6 different scenarios, and I was very confused by it myself, honestly.
I think it said something about even if Vegas loses, like if they lose anyway, the Preds are in. I thought that's
if they lose in regulation.
No. If Vegas loses in regulation, it doesn't matter. No, that's absolutely true. But as far as the
refs are just grabbing Tkachuk by his jersey and just dragging him off now.
Well, that's good. I like that. As far as clinching tonight, I'm looking for it right now because it's on here somewhere because I totally looked it up earlier today. I swear I did. It's kind of complicated. There's multiple scenarios that the Preds can get in tonight, and it doesn't necessarily mean they have to win necessarily. Dallas can do them a big favor and just beat Vegas in regulation. But as far as the Preds clinching on their own, I'm pulling it up right now because it's kind of like it was weird to me too when I read it. I was like, is this actually right here? But I got it.
Same for me.
Here it is right here. So this was from NHL PR. This was earlier today. They said, okay, if these are the clinching scenarios for the Preds tonight. If they defeat Calgary in regulation, it's done with. They're in, which the Preds are up 3-2 right now, thanks to that Forsberg goal. All right. Or if they defeat Calgary in overtime and Vegas fails to defeat Dallas in regulation.
Okay.
So it makes it even more complicated there. Also, if they defeat Calgary in a shootout and Vegas fails to defeat Dallas in regulation or overtime. Rich, you writing all this down?
Oh, no.
Yeah, I got it.
Rich, you're not writing anything down. I see you over there.
I'm not writing anything. Right. Look, I'm pretending like I'm writing. You see my hand?
Or if they get 1 point versus Calgary and Vegas loses to Dallas in any fashion, or if they – so, I mean, there's so many different scenarios that the Preds can get in even if they don't win in regulation. But the most simple path is just win in regulation.
That puck went through like 18 people and didn't touch anybody. Sorry.
It did. You're right. It
so
went up into the stand.
Great.
It went up into the stands out on the concourse. Came back into the
nachos. Came back and
while it was out. Don't like it.
So buckle in, everybody. It's gonna be a fun episode 124. Other than Calgary and Nashville game reaction, and if the Preds can actually clinch a playoff berth during this episode officially. We are going to have some fun topics lined up for you. Some good stuff here. First of all, we are going, for all the movie buffs out there, we are going to compare some of the best movies of all time, the classic movies of all time. We are going to compare them to this Preds season. I've got like 5 that are good. I'm sure the other guys got some good ones. We haven't shared our We haven't shared our pick here, so we'll see if we have some crossovers here, if we have the same answers, but we have not disclosed our choices here, so that's going to be fun.
Oh, I've got mine.
We'll see.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm sure Kyle Perkins has some good ones too. So I've got 5 good ones, and I feel like it's perfect, and they're all different. They all are different reasons for why. So we'll do that. Also, tweet the show at Catfish Ice, or get in on the YouTube chat right now if you're following on YouTube live right now, and give us your movies, and we'll share them. We also are going to get a little more hypothetical here. Could we jump into a time machine, hint, hint, and pull some past Preds players who've played for this team and pluck them and put them on this current team to push them over the hump in the playoffs? I got some players that I would absolutely put, but here's the caveat. You got to take off a current player on this team to put that player in. You can't just say, oh, I would love to have this player. Yeah. Kyle Perkins just
right now.
Yeah, Kyle Perkins just spit everywhere over that. All right. No, but you get what I'm saying here. Like players that we would love to have on this team. All right. And then we really got to talk about this Ellie Tolvanen situation. It's really starting to magnify here. The fan base is fired up over it. Ellie Tolvanen is one of those up-and-coming players that we love. He's done so many good things around his game. He's rounded out his game a lot. Kyle Perkins has talked a lot about it, though. We've all talked about it. But he's just not finding the back of the net. But he's a healthy scratch tonight. And we're trying to figure out, where does this end? Where does this go? He's being taken out of the lineup. Is he getting the Rocco Grimaldi treatment right now? I mean, like, it feels kind of like weird that he's just getting healthy scratch, even though he's not scoring goals. We're going to talk about that as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It is a little weird. Lots of weird things happening here at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Very strange.
For sure. So we're here for you for episode 124 of Catfish on Ice. We've got a full crew here: Chad Minton, Rich Howe, and Kyle Perkins, who also contributes to the great fine people at Renegades of Puck. So we are happy to have everyone in the building tonight to talk about this game. So we're in the third period here. It is a 3-3 game.
Do you
guys, what do you guys seeing first of all in this third period? What's going on right now? Like, all right, do you guys see it as the Preds are just like they're battling, they're going toe to toe, just like they obviously did a week ago from now when they beat the Flames, I should say, in the shootout? Are you seeing like, is this kind of like confirming what happened last week when the Preds beat the Flames? Are they showing tonight that they can absolutely hang with the Flames in the 7-game series? What do you think, Rich? And then we'll go to Kyle.
It appears that they are. It's a really rough game. I didn't get to watch the first period, but I know there was like the majority of the team sitting in the penalty box for a long time. But yeah, man, if they can just keep playing the way they're playing, it looks like they can hang with them. So just got to get that goal and hold on to it. That last goal was kind of fluky. Not fluky, but it did go through like 10 people, like Kyle said. The goal that tied the game at 2, Jay just like skated right down the slot and shot the puck.
He did, yeah.
That was Matthias Ekholm just kind of like stuck his stick out and it went off his stick and kind of fluttered into the net. But just got to guard the house, boys.
Just the defensive breakdown, right?
A little bit. I mean, he did get a stick on it. Now, I will give him that, but it's just like, don't let him skate right down the slot, man. It's just ridiculous.
So I had an engineer I used to work with who had the habit of saying about hockey that they went to a fight and a hockey game broke out.
Heard that.
That's been a whole lot of this game, and they're playing big boy hockey. This is a playoff game,
Yeah, for sure.
Even though Calgary really doesn't have that much to play for in this game, they're playing like this is their win and get in game 2.
Yeah.
I was talking to Chris Wilson, who is Lindsay's person, and a little bit earlier, and we were talking about how just wild of a series this would be if they ended up playing in the playoffs.
For sure. Definitely.
Yeah,
it would
sure,
be a good matchup.
Because they've just been trading chances and big hits, and it's been a fun game to watch.
Mm-hmm. Is there a scenario if the Preds get at least a point? What has to happen? Vegas lose?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's got to be a 2-point swing either way.
Yep.
Gotcha. Well, right now the Golden Knights are winning 2-1.
I mean, it was all that really the key to clinching tonight was all about regulation. Either the Preds winning in regulation or Vegas losing in regulation.
Yeah.
So, I mean, here's my deal with it. I've been saying this for weeks now. Rich can back me up on this. I have said this, and I hope I'm wrong, but I have said that I have a really bad feeling that the Preds are going to figure out a way to go into that final game against Arizona, against a team that has absolutely nothing to play for other than pride. And that's all this Arizona Coyotes team has been playing for is pride for like the last 4 months. And do you want to know how bad that's going to be for the psyche of this team if they have to go into Arizona and play on the road? Whatever fans are in that building are going to give that team hell, and they're going to hope that they can spoil, because no one loves a lame duck team. Fans of those teams, they love nothing more than to spoil another team's playoff hopes. That's going to be their Super Bowl. That's going to be their Super Bowl.
Yeah. That's actually one of my movies tie-ins.
Oh, all right. Let's not give it away too much. That's
I'm not going to give it away.
But I've already given away one, so whatever.
You did. Well, I guessed it.
Yeah. All right. So
this looks it looks like a football game right now. I swear I have seen better tackling in this game than I have in a lot of the Bears games in the last couple of years.
Bears.
Duh, shame.
Yeah. Shame. Oh man, just get another goal. I don't like Vladar is like 6'5". He is a monster.
He's a big
I saw him I saw him up
did.
close in my seats last week, and he is literally like a giant.
He looks like Frankenstein's monster. He is huge. Wow. Yeah, I know you told me that he is. I mean, it's probably worse in real life seeing how big he is. So,
but what's crazy is so the shots are 28-19 in the last game, where the Preds won in the shootout last week. They really held the Flames to 12 shots on goal through the first 2 periods. So the Flames are getting a lot more offensive opportunities in this game than they did in the last meeting. Whereas the Preds, they haven't even hit 20 shots on goal yet. And we are halfway through the 3rd period almost. That's a bad sign right there. The penalty minutes are 24 apiece right now for both teams. The hits are 33-31. Both teams are getting blocked shots as well. I mean, it's like literally a defense. I know the score doesn't indicate that 3-3. You're like, okay, there's some offense going on there, but it's another one of those hard-hitting, defensive, rugged type of games. And if these two teams do end up playing in the first round, I think it's the best. I know that the Flames are a great team, but I think it's the best draw the Preds can hope for in the first round if they want to get out of the first round, just because they do match up well with a team like this, where they can kind of drag it into the mud. That's what I'm thinking about. Can you drag the Flames into the mud with you, and you can throw some mud around and figure out a way to squeak a series out? What do you think about that, Kyle?
Well, you've already seen in this game several times that, especially to Chuck, because he's a hothead, you can get him going and he'll make stupid decisions. You get him going, He's their captain without a C, basically.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense.
You get him going like that, that's going to trickle down to the rest of the team. And then you're going to end up with this parade to the box that we had in the first period. And who knows what's going to happen there.
I think there were 7 players in the box. There were 7 players in the box at one time between two teams. I mean, it was.
Yeah. So when I started watching,
funny.
When I started watching, they were playing 4-on-4, and then that ended, and then they're like, Yossi's out of the box, and then they're like, Duchesne's out of the box. I was like, what? Because I missed what happened, and then they just kept letting people out. Borowiecki got out of the box. Then they were like, Lucic got out of the box. I'm like, what is going on? It's really weird.
What did you guys think about that Lucic Boro fight, though?
I think Boro would have had him if he'd have been able to stay on his feet.
Yeah. That's a tall order right there. If you're standing up to Lucic, I mean, I'm sorry. That's like heavyweight right there.
Have you seen that video? They're interviewing some Calgary player, and Lucic walks into the camera while they're filming it, and he's got on like cowboy boots and a cowboy hat and no shirt. Have you seen that? I don't know where I saw it. That dude is jacked. I mean, he is massive.
I can say from personal experience, and I told this story to the Barn. I told the story to the Barn Burner podcast back 2019, the COVID season before the season got closed out. The Flames were in town. This would have been late October. I think it was the Halloween game, so it would have been the day before that Halloween game. Lucic was in town at my bar with a bunch of other Flames guys. Johnny Gaudreau was not there. That was the one Flames player I was looking for. He was not. It was like 7 of them. But Lucic was pounding some beers. They were there for like 4 hours pounding beer. And the dude is definitely massive, and he's very intimidating. I will say that. He could probably crush me with one hand, probably one index finger, honestly. But, he likes his Nashville, apparently.
Yeah.
Rich, did you see that little altercation with Tkachuk trying to put the glove in UC's face?
I did not. I missed that.
And Ekholm taking a lot of offense to it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I saw him scuffle, but I didn't see why.
And the Preds are back on the power play.
Good. Put him in the box. Oh, my gosh.
Well, so seeing all these trading off of penalties and all this stuff is kind of what I'm getting at when I say, okay, let's set aside the fact that, yes, the Flames are a great team, and they're a good team, and they're very worthy of being the Pacific Division champs. But I think that's the best draw in the first round you can ask for as a Preds team who loves to get in the mud and get dirty, because the Flames like to do that too. And so if you're talking about these two teams playing each other, it could come down to a battle of special teams. And we know the Preds power play can deliver. They've been in the top 10 all season. So this might be their best chance to maybe pull off something special in the first round. Whereas, I'm sorry, they play the Colorado Avalanche in the first round, or even if somehow, I know it can't happen now, but hypothetically speaking, if they had to play the St. Louis Blues in the first round, I'd say they're out in 5 at the best.
Yeah. They were showing some records of like the last 12 games or so or something. I think they just scored.
Yeah, they just scored, and Kyle Perkins, your arms disappeared.
Yeah, I put him down at my side. I got a Ricky Bobby myself from doing that again.
Forsberg with the snipe.
What is going on in this game?
Wheel snipe Selly.
What an episode 124 live watch along we got going on here in this third period.
Yeah.
The Preds retake the lead.
What a shot.
Phil Forsberg is once again making David Poile open up his pocketbook a little deeper, I think.
He is.
He should already be paid by now, but we've talked about that way too much this season.
Forsberg sniped that in over old Darth Vladar there.
He did. So that's Forsberg. So Forsberg already has 2 power play goals in this third period. You want to talk about stepping up and being elite and being a superstar in the right moment, 2 power play goals will do that for you in the third period to clinch the playoffs. That is Mr. Philip Forsberg. That's what he's trying to do right now.
And it was as Forsberg as a goal as you could do.
Yes.
Because he was running people over as he scored it. It was
he sniped it right under the glove.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was point on. Now if they can just hold on to that. Oh no, there goes somebody trying to skate down the slot again. Oh.
There's still a lot of fellas. All right. You can interrupt me whenever you want as we round out this third period. But we are going to get into the rundown of episode 124 of Catfish on Ice. And brought to you by DraftKings, of course, our awesome sponsor. We will tell you more about DraftKings later in this episode, as there are some awesome NHL offers for DraftKings new users. And with our promo code THPN, we will tell you more about it later in this episode. All right, Kyle is already Kyle, his facial expressions, I love it.
I know, right?
This is
I'm sorry. I love Matthew Olivier, and Rich, you're getting ready to see it. He did not score, but there was almost another altercation between Olivier and Lucic.
Man, that would be
I know
that would be
Boro's bigger, but I don't know that I've seen anybody throw as hard as Olivier can. That man flat throws.
You're right.
He does. He's a bulldog. He is the exact equivalent to a bulldog. All right. So we will continue to watch this game, this third period. Let's see if the Preds can pull it off and officially clinch a playoff berth by beating the Flames in regulation. That's what they got to do. And then we don't have to care about what's happening in Vegas and Dallas. We don't even have to worry about it. That's the goal right now.
All right. Would be awesome.
Let's start talking about it at least. Let's bring in our main topic tonight. Let's have a little fun tonight.
All right.
I know there's a lot of movie buffs out there. I love a good movie. I'm a movie buff. I don't know if you guys are. But let's start. Let's look at all the classic movies, all the great movies of all time. And it's always so hard when someone asks you to name like your top 5 movies. It's like, well, that's impossible because there's so many good ones. But we are going to tie it in to this Preds season and really try time together and be like, what? Let's look at the classic movies and say, what would the classic movies best describe this Preds season that we have watched? And as it is about to come to an end, there's only 2 games left after tonight. All right, here's my first one. It might sound obvious, and you guys might already know this one, but it is actually one of my favorite movies of all time. It's one of those movies that I could watch no matter how many times I've seen it. I can recite it. I can it doesn't matter. I'm still going to watch it. It doesn't matter.
Is it Porky's?
Fight Club. Fight Club.
You know what? That is
Fight Club, Brad Pitt. Fight Club, Brad Pitt, Edward Norton. I mean, it's such a well put together movie. It makes you think. It's so crazy the way it goes around. It's just, and Fight Club, come on now. The Preds fight more than anybody. They have all these fighting majors.
And when you get to the root of it, it's about a man struggling to find his identity.
I didn't even think about that, Kyle. I didn't even tie it in like that.
There's a reason why we've asked you to be on this podcast. And
Kyle Perkins is coming in with the assist there.
You're the clutch performer tonight, Kyle.
Kyle, did you?
No, you're right. You're 100% spot on.
Kyle, did you have that on your movie list, or was I just
no?
Lucky
I did not.
Just came in. Well, it's Fight Club. I'm sorry, but I've got 4 other good ones. But Fight Club was my first one I thought of.
That's a good one.
All right, we'll come back to me, but let's go to Rich and then we'll go to Kyle. We'll list them off. We'll go around the room.
All right, so
give me your first one, Rich.
So this is not like what their season is about, but it's what it's going to happen if they don't clinch this against the Arizona Coyotes if it goes that far.
I don't even want to think about that, but okay, give it to me.
If they don't get in the playoffs because of Arizona Coyotes, it is going to be apocalypse now, boys. If you've ever seen Apocalypse Now, that movie starts with the credits, and it's playing "This Is the End" by The Doors. Right there, that is what's going to happen. Facebook, you might as well not even get on it for a week. Twitter's going to be bad. It'll be apocalypse.
You won't even be able to sign on to Preds Facebook if that happens, because it'll be over jammed.
Yes, it'll be bad news.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
That's right. It smells like victory.
I do. If it does happen, and I hope it doesn't, but if it does, I can't wait to see Kyle Perkins, his first meme that he puts out. Because I'm sure he won't. I'm sure he'll deliver. And I'm just telling you right now, Kyle, you need to have something in the holster just in case, because I think they're going to clinch, but still, you need to have it in the holster.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, that's a good one, Rich. I like that. I like that one, Rich. I like that one. All right, Kyle, give us your first movie that you would use to describe this season.
So, my idea is, that's a nice penalty draw. Anyways, sorry. I feel like the dog from Up. It's just like squirrel.
Yeah.
So,
another good movie tie-in.
Yes, but not this movie.
Not this movie.
My first is actually a series of movies, and you'll see what I'm doing here. And it's the whole Harry Potter series. Yes, I'm a nerd. So you got your first two or so is Blissful Ignorance. They start out the season. We don't know what they're going to be. We think they're going to be kind of bad. They don't know what's going on. Hey, they can do some pretty cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on a couple. Oh, they're learning this stuff. They're actually looking pretty good. Yeah. They're getting towards. Then you move on to the last couple of books. The opening credits are getting real dark.
Things start getting real.
Yeah. People start to,
yeah.
God, that is not good.
What? Did they just score? Something's wrong with Saros.
Yeah.
He's limping. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
He can't put any weight on his left leg.
Are we serious right now?
Yes. Dead
100% serious.
Is this real life?
This is real life. He cannot put any weight on his leg. What happened? David Riddick's getting ready to suit up.
Yeah, he's throwing the helmet and the pads on now.
Wow. That's
Well, yeah, this fits in. I mean, people are dying at the end of these movies, and
Justin.
Yeah, Justin, I feel
maybe not. Maybe not.
I hope he broke a skate or something, and not.
You don't see goalie injuries like that very often. It is very rare, but when it happens, and at this point in the season, talking about a team that absolutely relies on their goaltender. I know they have scoring. I know they have Duchesne. I know they have Forsberg. They have Yossi. They have guys that can score, but they are not a prototypical high-scoring team that can just go toe-to-toe with these other speed teams. No disrespect to David Riddick, but, I mean, our chances were already pretty bleak with Saros in net.
Yeah.
If I'm being fair.
So they just showed the replay. I don't know what happened. It didn't look.
I seen him make a little hop while he was on the ground, but I didn't see anything odd looking about that.
Yeah.
Let's pump the brakes and let it happen, and let's see what happens. Let's keep our fingers crossed that maybe they're just using an abundance of caution. Mm-hmm. I'm sure some news will start coming out, but we're gonna have to show some patience here because it just happened.
For sure. Yep. All right.
During this podcast here.
Yep. Wow.
So I'm in the Renegades of Puck group chat, and Greg Machopoulos, who's our resident goalie.
Yes, I love him. He is awesome.
He is awesome, and all he wrote was "oh no," and about 4 dots. So,
and he knows. I mean, he knows about those injuries as from goaltenders, the flexibility they have to show, and the different types of injuries that a goaltender is susceptible to. Greg would know those types of things. So, wow. I mean, it's never timing when you lose your goaltender. I don't care if it's game 1 of the season opener, or if it's this late in the season, it's never good timing. But
they rode that dude all season, and he was only. Did he even get hurt? He never did. Was he ever out for injury at all? I don't remember.
Not this season. No,
he was sick once, but that's it.
No, he did deal with an injury. I think it was last season, right, guys? He had an injury where he was out.
When he got hit. Oh no! Who hit Riddick?
What's going on now? Wait, Riddick's getting hit now?
Yep.
One of the Flames players, whoever number 20 is, just tried to take him out.
What is going on in this freaking game right now? Episode 124 is off the rails, just like this Preds Flames game is. And it's okay because, I mean, we were talking about, we'll get back to our movies, but you know what?
Yeah, shoot.
This is like, I mean, Harry Potter will take a seat right now, Kyle.
Yeah.
Because,
this is going to get violent.
Everybody on Twitter, they're just saying, UC Saros went down the tunnel. He's limping and can't put weight on his leg. So there's no.
Well, we can't jump to conclusions here because we just don't know. But obviously, it doesn't look good. I mean, we're probably not going to know anything till tomorrow. Obviously, they might be able to figure something out quick. But as far as, I mean, we don't know how long it's going to take for whatever injury he may have. And I mean, but as of now, it seems to be leaning towards it. David Riddick's going to have to lead this team in the playoffs if they can finish out this game as they're up 4-3 with what I'm seeing 3 minutes left in the game in regulation. They're up 4-3. They close out these 3 minutes without giving the Flames a goal. They're in the playoffs.
So that's what I was going to ask. So if they clinch this tonight and the season is over on Friday, is it like a week before the playoffs start? I don't remember. Like how much time before the playoffs start?
I haven't looked at the schedule. I really don't know. I mean,
I haven't seen, like, it's been a few years since we've had a normal.
I don't know how. I don't.
Oh dear God!
Given this year, Kyle, I'm gonna need you to stop doing that because you're scaring me.
Right?
Lucic just headshot Duchesne.
What is going on? Why are the Flames turning? I mean, I guess they're just dishing it. I don't know because that's how we are. I guess I don't know. But this is like, all right, I'm pulling up the schedule right now.
Oh my gosh! If this winds up being first round matchup, geez,
good Lord,
it's going to be
all right.
ugly.
So hey, this is from actually our sponsor DraftKings. They're saying that the NHL playoffs are scheduled to get started on May 2nd. So it's a quick turnaround, Rich.
Golly,
there is no break.
That's not good.
There is no break whatsoever. It is literally jumping right into it. Wow, there is no break at all. So you're going from the season finale on. So you're basically getting possibly only a 2-day break. Possibly. It depends on when you play game one. But if the playoffs start on April or on May 2nd, the Preds play their season finale on April 29th. That's only a 2-day break before the playoffs open. That is a quick turnaround.
That is crazy. I don't like it. But I guess you got to be ready to go. Huh.
All right, so the Preds, it looks like the Preds are on the power play here now. So that helps. There's only, I mean, with the amount of time left on the clock, that can delay the Flames being able to empty their net and get the extra man advantage. This is horrible news, but let's go ahead and get the playoffs clinched and deal with it from there. You can go final 2 games of the season with a reset, and it comes down to wild card 1 or wild card 2 at that point. Yep. But either way, I mean, you want to talk about some bad blood being developed between the Flames and the Preds. It's happening.
It's
really bad tonight.
And like up until the other night, like they hadn't even played each other in a really long time. It's like,
it's not a prototypical traditional rivalry by any means, but
I think they both can feel it though, like that this is a possible, really possible first round matchup. So,
well, that's part of it, and it's also you're talking about two teams that play very similar styles, and so I feel like they're just butting heads here. I mean,
it's pretty ugly. Wow, man, unbelievable.
All right, if we get any updates from the press, or social media, or any of the high-ranking media personalities that cover the team, we will share it as we finish out episode 124 in regards to UC Sara leaving the game limping due to injury in this third period. I mean, just horrible stuff. Anyway, Kyle Perkins, get back to Harry Potter.
Okay, all right. So
that might be the nerdiest thing.
Be the
nerdiest thing you've ever said.
You love that segue.
So things you never thought you'd hear on a hockey podcast.
Get back to Harry Potter.
So the middle books, they're kind of figuring everything out. Then they get to the end of the Goblet of Fire, and Cedric dies, and the whole next like 3 movies is just all this awful, terrible things happening the entire time.
It's chaos. You got a dead Weasley. I mean, it's chaos.
Exactly. But in the end, they kill Voldemort, and everything's awesome in their whatever at the end. So we just need to find Neville with the sword and have him come play for the Preds, so we can go win the cup. But
oof.
And it sounds like that might be Connor Ingram.
Okay, my question is,
hey, I have faith in Connor.
Boy, you talk about being thrown into the fire. Into the goblet of fire.
Are we already? Is that what we do? That's what we already do here in Nashville. Is we're like, figure it out.
Yep,
throw it out there. All right, where are we at, boys? Where are we at on this game? We're getting down to the really
50 seconds.
40 seconds on mine.
All right, to clinch the playoffs. Let's do it, guys. Let's take this down to the end to clinch the playoffs.
30 seconds.
They have not.
And can I say something? The Bridgestone Arena crowd, I wish I could be there tonight. The Bridgestone Arena crowd has been so great. I don't like Kyle's look on his face again.
I don't know how it didn't go in.
Kyle, stop scaring me over there.
Yeah,
I think Kyle's ahead of me on the stream.
He is me too.
No, you facial expressions.
You would have had to bleep if it went in.
Oh, boys!
I'm gonna screenshot the look you had on your face there, and it was good.
Oh my God!
That's it.
What happened?
No, they got. Oh, are you kidding me right now?
I don't know. Are we kidding you?
Oh my God!
I think they got a goal with like 1.3 seconds left. Not even.
Yeah, that's typical Preds fashion here. Oh my gosh.
Let's see, 2.1.
This is
no way. No, I don't think so.
No, they're showing it 0.1 and it's under his butt.
It's got to cross the line definitively. Like the whole puck has to cross the line.
Well, I don't know. I can't tell.
Are they challenging it?
Oh, I'm sure.
What was the call on the ice? The call on the ice was the goal.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. This is such typical Preds fashion right here. I mean, could you really, you can't write a script better than this.
Well,
it's a goal.
They gave it to him?
Yep.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Oh, my God.
That is unbelievable.
Well, this is a perfect segue into my next movie, gentlemen.
You little punks.
Guess what my next movie is, gentlemen? Are you ready for this one? And I actually put this on here before all this fiasco happened here. Titanic with a question mark. Are we on the Titanic, and are there enough lifeboats? And you know what scares me? And you know what scares me? You know what scares me? Me, Rich, and Kyle, we're the band. We're playing. We're playing till the end.
Playing on.
We don't get on the lifeboats.
For sure.
But everyone else might be jumping on the lifeboats right now.
Yep.
We're not.
That's it.
We're the band. We're
in the regulation.
All right.
Well, there's 1 point. Oh my gosh. I can't even believe it.
Did this Preds ship turn quick enough to avoid the iceberg, or did we just barely grease it? Which is what the real Titanic did. I don't know. I don't know. Sure. I really don't know what I'm sorry. All right.
So Fabro and Cunnin were trying to push the puck into his pad and tie it up a little bit, and one of the Flames hit.
That would be your favorite player, Rich.
Oh, of course, yeah. Why has he got chew on his mouthpiece all the time?
Are we talking about Luke Cunnin?
No, Tkachuk is the one. So so Cunnin and Fabro had their sticks trying to push the puck into Riddick's pad to tie it up, and Tkachuk just came in and hit their sticks, and it squirted under his pad. That's ugly. Oh well, they got one.
Well, Riddick has had bad luck lately with some goals.
Well, that was definitely bad luck.
It wasn't on him. I don't blame Riddick for that.
No.
And you hate Riddick. That for you. Can you not? I mean, you really hate that for Riddick because he comes in, his team's up, the starting goaltender Saros just leaves with a bad injury, and he comes in and all he has to do is finish the game and not give up a goal, and then a goal gets scored on him that's not on him. But that's the casual fan not going to look at it that way. They're just going to see the final score. They're just going to see Riddick comes in, Saros leaves with an injury, and the Flames scored with 1 second left on the clock. And that's not fair. And the hockey fans who follow it closely, and we all know what happened, but it's just I hate it for Riddick. I would have liked to have seen him obviously close this game out because he's had some really bright moments for this team as the backup this year. He hasn't gotten nearly enough opportunities this year. He's been benched way too much as a backup, in my opinion. So it's tough. And now he's got to roll out in overtime here. He's got to come out in overtime here, and he's got to really step up because we can still get this. We can still get a second point here.
Definitely. It's just crazy. I mean.
Just perfect Preds drama. I mean, you can't write it any better.
No. Oh, it's insane.
Right. Speaking of drama, Rich, do you have another movie that can describe this Preds season?
I do. It has to tie in with all the fighting majors that they had this year. They led the league in that, and that is it's Zombieland. And I don't know. I'm sure y'all have seen Zombieland.
Yes.
Rule number 2 is double tap.
Great movie.
Rule number 2 is double tap. So that's what these guys have been doing all season is fighting and giving these guys double taps to the face. So there you go.
That's a good one. I like it.
Yep.
It's a good one.
Yep.
Love it.
For sure.
All right. Kyle, you got another one?
Yeah, I was waiting for it.
They just knocked Ryan Johansson into the.
No, they didn't knock him. He dove.
Oh, really? Is that a penalty? Are they?
I was kind of wondering about that myself, if that was a penalty or not. Because he was trying to block a shot, but
okay, I don't think so.
Or a pass. So
Tkachuk was saying interference for some reason. I don't know why that would be interference, but. Whatever.
So another movie. God, I'm sorry, my brain has.
I know, right?
In the last,
it's so hard to focus.
It's hard. We got a multi-purpose right here. We got a multitask, I guess.
Multitask, yeah. Shoot.
Hold on. Let me see what's going on here real quick. because the refs are over at the Preds bench.
They're gathering their thoughts.
So, still 3-on-3.
All right.
Just ultimate drama. Just so much drama between these two teams. I mean, can we think about a 7-game series between these two teams right now? I mean,
I can't even handle this game.
I know, but I just imagine if it's the playoffs, which it feels like. This feels like a game one. This really feels like a game one of the playoffs, even though it's not.
I'm supposed to go to bed after this. What the heck?
I know, right? There's no way that's happening.
Well, yeah.
Wow.
All right. Let me give one. Let me give another movie.
Yeah, go ahead.
Quick. All right. Because Kyle, his brain is frazzled right now. I don't blame him. We're all frazzled right now. All right. I've got a good one. I've got a good one here, guys. And I want you to follow along with me here. All right. Jaws. Not only did we beat the Sharks 8-0 this year, but the Sharks might have single-handedly pushed the Predators into the playoffs by coming back to beat the Vegas Golden Knights in overtime.
Yep.
They scored late, or it was a shootout actually, but they scored late in regulation to push it to overtime and keep Vegas from getting the regulation win. And did anybody see that post where they showed the highlight of San Jose scoring with Titanic theme song as the backdrop?
I did see
so
that.
I tied both of my movies together tonight. Jaws and Titanic. I tied together tonight to describe the Preds season. Oh, yeah, for sure. You know,
nautical theme there. That's
it's just
good.
all perfect. It's all too perfect. So thank you, San Jose Sharks. Thank you, San Jose Sharks. We are sorry we beat you 8-0 earlier in the season, but we have to tip our caps to you for taking care of business.
Oh my gosh! Oh, Kyle, I don't like that look. Oh, are you kidding me? That just squirted in like that? You've got to be kidding me right now.
Flames win 5-4 in overtime.
The puck just like slid in so slowly under his pads. Go home, Calgary. Everybody hates you. All right.
Wow.
Oh, the Predator. Those guys. I feel so bad for them. You can just look at their faces, how dejected they are.
Well, yeah, because I mean, now the playoffs are still completely up for grabs for Vegas. I mean,
Yossi partially blocked it too.
0.1 second away from clinching.
And it hits him, then goes off the back of his leg and then in.
Yep. It was up in his chest and it went under his arm and kind of like rolled right in. Oh my gosh.
And so now the Preds have to go into a back-to-back against two teams who really have nothing to play for. I mean, is Colorado, I mean, unless they care, I guess, does Colorado care about the President's Trophy? I mean, they can't even get that, can they? Because Florida's at 120, Colorado's at 116. So you're literally playing against two teams who really have nothing to play for, but that doesn't matter because they're hockey players. They still want to win.
Sure. Oh, absolutely.
So, I mean, I think the Preds are probably going to eke into the playoffs, but to just let it linger into these last two games is so excruciating.
Yep.
And to lose in that fashion is, I mean, it's got to be so dejecting for this Preds team. But you know what?
I don't know. I feel bad for him.
Okay, all right. This ties in perfectly into one of my other movies. I got to describe this team.
Go for it.
My favorite movie of all time. I was born in Philadelphia. I thought this person was a real person up until I was like 12 years old at least. Rocky.
Don't. A real person. That's awesome.
I did. I thought Rocky Balboa was a real person. I didn't know him as Sylvester Stallone. I knew him as Rocky Balboa.
That's cool.
Yes. But anyway, all right. Until I started watching the Rambo movies and all those movies, and then I was like, wait a minute.
You're like
the same person. All right.
You're like, Rocky is in Rambo?
Rocky was Rambo too?
Wow, this guy gets around.
Anyway. All right. So here's my tie-in with this. And it fits perfectly tonight. Rocky was the underdog. No one gave Rocky a chance. Rocky was no one believed in Rocky. Everyone counted him out. He was just the ragtag dude. He lived in the small apartment. Everyone quit on him, and he just kept pushing. He kept proving people wrong. And then all he needed was someone to believe in him, and then he rose to the occasion. And then eventually he became champions of the world. That was Rocky. Maybe the Preds can do the same thing. And you know what? Right now, after tonight, they are Rocky Balboa in Rocky 2.
Oh, getting
Rocky
ready
2.
Getting ready to
rematch
get beat up by
with
Clubber Lang.
Rematch. No, Rocky. That's the Rocky 3.
Okay,
they're Rocky 2 right now. They're in Rocky 2 where they get the rematch with Apollo Creed. So I'm speaking into existence. Rematch with the Pittsburgh Penguins. Penguins are Apollo Creed, and the Predators are going to beat the Penguins in a rematch. That's how I'm tying it all together.
There you go.
That's awesome. My movie tied. That's my movie tied together tonight.
That's a good one.
They also lost their goalie. Tristan Jarry broke his foot.
Oh,
that's easy too.
Oh, for sure.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I've got two really good buddies who are Penguins fans, so they've been very, very upset until Casey DeSmith set their new franchise record for saves in a shutout.
There you go.
Whoa.
There's
any other movies we got, guys, before we move on to the next segment of Catfish on Ice?
You got yours, Kyle?
Yes.
Okay,
and
go ahead.
I don't know if either of you guys have seen this, but it's one of my favorites, and that would be Idiocracy.
I haven't seen it, but I know what it is.
So
you're right.
Have you seen it, Chad?
I have not seen it either. I gotta admit, I haven't seen it. I've heard of it.
So Idiocracy is basically this guy gets frozen, whatever, and he gets unthawed a few hundred years in the future. And basically humanity has just gotten dumber and dumber and dumber over time. And it makes me think of some of the decisions that have been made this year. It's an awesome movie. I highly recommend it, especially if you need a good laugh and maybe to think about things a little bit.
I do have to see it.
And it's got Terry Crews in it, so I'm automatically a fan.
Yeah.
Nice.
But you've got this guy who is just your normal average person who's not exactly smart, and he's the smartest man in the world, just from the dumbing down of society. And it feels like what it looks like when you're looking at some of the lineup decisions and the not signing of Forsberg yet and everything else. Why have you done this? Why have you not done this? Why is Luke Cunnin still playing on this team?
All right. It all makes sense now. That's a great movie.
That is a good one.
I do got to see it. I've heard good things about that movie. I do got to see it.
Yeah, I've heard about it too.
All right.
For sure.
All right. Fair enough. All right. That's our movie segment. We tied all of our movies in.
I gotta do one. I can do them real fast. These are real fast.
All right. No. You don't have to go fast.
No.
Just tell them.
No. It won't take very long. It's real quick. So, no secondary scoring for the Predators, right?
Yeah.
Right. Happy Gilmore. Why don't you just go to your home?
No.
Can't you just go?
I like that. That's good.
All right.
You too good for your home.
That's good.
All right. Penalty box. Spent lots of time in the penalty box.
Yeah.
Things happens all the time. 51st dates. Things just keep happening over and over every day.
Oh.
Right in the penalty box. Right in the penalty box.
I love that movie too. That's such a good movie.
It is a good movie. And lastly, Lastly, you know,
I'm sensing we got an Adam Sandler theme going here.
Oh, until now. So, you know, when they're playing really good and everything's just really clicking really well, Super Troopers, when they're playing good, they're all hopped up on the syrup. There you go, boys. 3 quick ones right there.
That was such a good way to round out this wacky movie segment here.
And Pred's Facebook is the guy in the back of the car at the beginning of the movie licking the stickers.
Oh,
snozberries tastes like snozberries.
Kyle, I'm gonna need you to work on that meme right now. Pred's Facebook with the Shrooms guy and Super Troopers. I'm gonna need you to work on that right now.
Yep.
All right. While he's working on that. All right. While he's working on that, let's move along in episode 124 of Catfish and Ice with Chad Minton, Rich Howe, and Kyle Perkins. The full crew of Catfish and Ice is with you, and we love it when that happens, when all three of us are together. All right, before we move along, we are brought to you by DraftKings, and we want to throw some love to our amazing sponsor who makes this all possible, and that is DraftKings Sportsbook app. And they have a great NHL offer for you right now. Hockey fans, feel the action on the ice like never with DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of the NHL. And I can tell you right now, it's a great offer because all you got to do is just throw down $1 on any team to win and get $150 in free bets if that team indeed does win. It's that simple. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code THPN. Bet just $1 on any NHL team to win and get $150 in free bets if they do. That's code THPN at DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of the NHL. 21 and up restrictions apply. See the show notes for details on responsible gambling practices, and if you need gambling help, we have that information for you in our show notes. And there's also daily fantasy hockey contests available that you can play for free for thousands of dollars. And also draft your lineup of 8 skaters and a goalie and rack up points for goals, assists, saves, and more. And it is also safe, secure, and reliable. I can tell you that personally because I use DraftKings Sportsbook all the time, and it really is safe, secure, and reliable. So go do that. Promo code THPN. So we were talking about all the crazy lineup decisions that this Preds team has made. Coach John Hines, the front office. It's very well noted. Let's talk about Eeli Tolvanen. What's going on there? Do we agree with it? Do we understand what's going on? What does this mean for the long-term future of Eeli Tolvanen? A player that going into the season, we thought he was a mainstay. We thought he was a long-term foundational piece of this team. And now all of a sudden, we're questioning that. Do we really think that he's going to be a long-term piece of this team? Because when you see him being healthy scratched in the third to last game of the regular season on a team that is struggling to score goals, that doesn't tell me that he is part of this team's long-term future right now. I'm sorry. That makes zero sense to me. Something's going on here, and he's got 2 years left on his contract after this year, but that's an easy contract to move. That's a super easy contract to move. So don't tell me that has anything to do with it. I don't know. I don't feel good at all. Let's go to Rich first. We'll go to Kyle. What are y'all's thoughts on Eeli Tolvanen being a healthy scratch, not being in one of the most important games of the season tonight? What's going on there? What do you think, Rich?
So I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence about it because we've seen him play really well in the past, but he's obviously something's going on with him. I don't know what it would be. He does a lot of other great things, but we really need that secondary scoring. And he's been given opportunities, moved up and down the lineup. I know that he hasn't had any consistent line mates, and that's probably tough as well. But man, you're a forward. You need to score. I mean, that's what it boils down to. And I like all the other things he does, but I mean, if you're not going to score and you keep getting opportunities, I don't know how you can keep getting an opportunity to play, you know? So I don't know what the answer is. I don't know if they're going to keep him or what, but you know, I don't know bringing in Matthew Olivier for him in his place. I'm not sure about that, but
what do you think about it, Kyle?
It's a little crazy. Oh, here we go, boys. Stars win. Preds are in. According to our friend Johnny. Yep, they just scored an OT.
Is that official?
Yeah, I'm just watching it right here.
Nice.
Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Well, unless my feed is late. My feed must be late. He must have oh, nope, hadn't happened. I'm sorry. He said if it happens. Okay. I thought it was over.
No, I was like, what?
Yeah, I thought it was over, and I was just
I was like, I didn't see it. I thought I was not seeing something. I was like, are y'all seeing something I'm not seeing here?
Gotcha.
All right, I'm switching my feed over to that game.
Yeah, I'm watching it too. It's in OT right now, so 3-on-3. Need Dallas to.
So right now, the scenario we're looking at right now is if the Preds get 1 point versus Calgary and Vegas loses to Dallas in any fashion.
Yep. For sure.
Yeah. So Vegas, if Vegas loses, and it doesn't matter. If Vegas loses in this overtime period, we're in. So that's what we're focusing on right now. And it's in overtime right now, 2-2.
Yep.
So we are watching this game closely.
Yep. Anyway.
Okay, you were asking my opinion of
on the Tolvanen drama, the Ellie Tolvanen drama that's going on right now.
Why is Luke Cunnin still playing when Ellie Tolvanen is not?
That's a good point too.
I don't understand it. It makes zero sense to me. Cunnin has been a defensive liability, takes a ton of penalties.
Yep.
Ellie Tolvanen is arguably the best defensive forward on this team, not named Mikhail Granlund. It's mind-boggling to me how somebody was arguing today about plus minus, and I hate that stat. I think it's stupid.
It's the worst.
You can have one skate on the ice while somebody scores a goal and you're getting credit for it. It's stupid. If you look at every statistic of looking at defensive play, Tolvanen has played exceptionally well defensively. Yes, he is struggling to score, and nobody knows why he is just not scoring at all. Could it be his line mates that he hasn't had a consistent line all year? Could it be that he's playing with Luke Cunnin all year and this random assortment that is the same 2 weeks in a row, like twice the entire season? I don't know. I feel really bad for Tolvy because there's so much potential there, and you know, it looks kind of like the writing's on the wall. I mean, that many healthy scratches, especially this time of year, doesn't show a lot of confidence.
Well, it doesn't. Yeah, exactly. I mean, Tolvanen has 149 shots on goal this year for a 6.7 shooting percentage. I mean, that is so insanely below average, just the shooting percentage. And I mean, his ice time's way down from last year too. He's only on the ice a little over 13 minutes a game. He was up to almost 15 minutes a game last season in 40 games. So his usage and his everything about his game has just been completely regressed this season, even though he has played 74 games. I mean, it's just like you're looking, and his defensive game has obviously been very apparent, but for whatever reason, he is just not getting the traction with this organization. And a lot of my Twitter followers up out there, and they responded to a tweet I put out talking about this. And I'm sorry, but I I see this ending badly. It really feels like he is going to end up being traded eventually. I don't know when. I can't say this offseason necessarily, but it just doesn't feel like it feels like another one of those situations where he is going to be traded. But you can't really trade him now because what are you going to really get out of him? Not much.
Yeah.
You're better off. You're better off just going into next season and seeing what happens. But it's a really bad look. His confidence has to be rattled right now. Anybody's confidence would be rattled if you're a young man like him in that situation, especially considering he has done a lot of things well this season.
Yeah.
He's not doing the things he's used to doing. He's not scoring goals, which is what's in his skill set. But
he's actually,
I don't know.
He's actually done some good stuff that plays more to the Predators' identity, but just can't, just can't get those goals. And that's, that's what they need is some secondary scoring. And
I got a lot of good responses. From the tweet I put out about it. And I just want to share some of them. K-Rob on Twitter said, he will become another Fiala, another kid we gave up on too early. He's top 20 in NHL now and an elite talent who is going to kill it on the open market. All right. Daniel Vickery says, team is wing heavy with prospects causing this type of problem. Where will open spots be in the future? Of course, Cousins, Trennan, and Cunnin are centers. My guess, re-sign Trennan and Cunnin. Luff is a wing, most likely resigned. Eventually, he goes on to say, basically talking about what's the wings going to look like.
Are you watching?
Of course. No. Oh no, what happened? I'm sick of hearing "oh no" tonight from you, Kyle.
Oh, I'm serious. For Vegas, this is a huge oh no.
Who is Guriano?
Well, I like that.
Who is that? Who hit him?
Hear that?
Who is that?
I don't know, but they were flying.
A Dallas player crashed into Vegas's goaltender and knocked him down, and he's grabbing his leg like he's hurt.
This is a really bad night for goaltenders.
Oh, I see what happened. That's not good.
He's up, skating around.
What is going on with goaltenders tonight?
And it wasn't anything on purpose. It was dude just wiped out.
Yeah. I don't
know
if we were
another good comment. Another good comment about Tolvanen real quick. Clawhammer says, so when Tolvanen has 36 goals for Minnesota in 2024, we shouldn't be surprised.
Unfortunately.
That was pretty good. I gotta get that's kind of the best response I got.
The thing is, it's just nobody knows that's what's gonna happen. When they got rid of Fiala, I wasn't watching it then. Well, that was when I started watching. But from what I've read, Fiala wasn't playing well, and he was also under the Peter Laviolette regime. So, there's no way of knowing. Nobody knows. It could happen. It could not. But
the
Predators need somebody now. I know, we can if they do get rid of him and he winds up being a superstar, what are you going to do? But we need somebody now.
I don't know.
Unfortunately, so.
You need somebody now or 1 year off.
The off season is going to be very interesting to see exactly what happens. Of course, I fully expect Nick Cousins to not be back on this team. I'm not saying it's a foregone conclusion, but I would expect him to not be re-signed. But that's the one big opening slot you expect to get.
They might not.
They're probably.
I think they keep Trennan.
No, I said Cunnin.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I thought Trennan's contract's up too.
Is it? Cunnin is. Yeah, his is.
Cunnin.
He's an RFA.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere most likely.
No.
I think the thing about Luke Cunnin is he has a spot in an NHL lineup. It's not in the top 6, and it's certainly not on the top line.
I do agree with what Kyle said, though. He is a liability. like he's a hothead, and I get it, but
and there's a need for that at times,
but you got to keep your cool though. He's done it before, and he's taken dumb penalties because he can't keep his cool. But
yeah. All right, let's get to the next segment here of Catfish on Ice. This is episode 124. It's been a very lively and just crazy episode. It's been a lot of fun, and we're not ending it just yet. We've still got some other stuff to get into here. So let's kind of think about it. If we could pick some players that have played for this team in the past in their primes, just one player, you could pluck them and put them on this team right now. We'll mention some players. Let's go ahead and take Pecorine off the table just for fun.
Pecorine's off the board. All right.
He's off the board, which, I mean, I don't know how much – I'll be honest, and I might get some hate for saying this. I don't know how much Pecorine would help this team right now because –
at this exact moment, I could think of a way.
Well, I'm saying before Saros got hurt.
Oh, yeah.
Dallas and Vegas going to shootout.
I'm saying the way this team's playing defensively and how they're a lot of times they are just parading to the penalty box and they're hanging their goaltender out to dry. Even Pecorine would probably give up a lot of goals. I mean, they're not playing a type of – they're not really doing their goaltender any favors right now. But either way, we would obviously love to have Pecorine back. But we're going to take him off the table.
Yep.
Kyle, give us a player that you just pluck right now and put him on this team, and you think he would make huge difference on this current Preds team in the playoffs.
Paul Kariya.
Oh, going way back.
I'm talking low hanging fruit, boys. That's a good one right there.
I like it. That is a good one. I love it
for sure.
He was a sniper, man. He was he would go out there. He would go out there and get you a goal when you had to have a goal.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
That's a good one. All right, Rich, give us one, man.
So this is just for sentimental reasons. I would like to have a healthy Ryan Ellis back with Roman Josi.
That's a
I don't know how good it would help or if it would help at all, but a good healthy Ryan Ellis with Josi, just for sentimental reasons.
In his prime, it would absolutely help. I mean,
yep.
Ryan Ellis, a power play. I know the power plays are pretty well this year and done some good things, but and Ryan Ellis was a very smart defensive player. People forget. Ellis blocked a lot of shots. He was a very smart defensive player. He was always in the right position. He wasn't necessarily the big bowling ball that knocked people down all the time, but he was a smart defensive player. He knew where to be on the ice. So, that's a good one.
Otter.
All right. I can't believe we're cheering for the Dallas Stars right now, but it makes sense.
I do like Jake Ottinger, though.
I do, too.
All right. I'm going a little bit more current with my pick here, and I'm talking like this past offseason current. And I know that I can't play Monday morning quarterback here, but I'm going to do it for the sake of this segment. I'd love to have RV back right now.
A good, healthy RV would be awesome.
I would love to have his speed and swap out Luke Cunnin and throw RV in there. I'm just being hypothetical here.
For sure.
If I could have RV's speed and RV's ability to score some goals in big moments over Luke Cunnin.
Yeah. Hey, man. Callie Yarncroc in for Luke Cunnin. I mean, yeah, just anything to get some scores.
We're playing Monday morning quarterbacks here. I'm not saying necessarily.
Yeah, sure.
I'm not saying at the time that we were saying, "Oh, this is horrible," but we've sung Luke Cunning's praises in the past. And we're not trying to say he's just a terrible player. It's just the writing's on the wall. The guy is struggling, and he's hurting this team lately. I mean, he is
for sure. I can't take much more of this. This needs to end.
God, I'm not.
I can't. My heart is like. None of them are. They're all saving. Nobody's gotten anything.
What a wild night of hockey we've had for this episode, guys. I mean, comparing this to go along, the Preds game to go along with this Stars Golden Knights game. I mean, to go to a shootout. I mean, you can't write a better script.
Here's Rupe Hintz getting ready to go.
Oh my gosh!
Come on,
this
man.
is stupid. This is like my heart can't take this kind of stuff.
Oh my gosh, these two guys are standing on their heads. All right. Anyway,
did you guys see? Whoa, hold on. I gotta ask you guys something. Did you guys see the post from the Hershey Bears and the NFL player Parsons, who came out and they somehow they wanted him to do like a ceremonial puck drop, and they put out a tweet saying like basically, we're sorry we didn't explain how the opening puck drop works. And this NFL player, and I'm not coming down on the NFL player. I mean, people don't watch hockey. I mean, but this guy walks out and drops the puck and just stares at it. And this great still image came out of Micah Parsons dropping the puck and just staring at it, like probably like 10 feet away from him. And my tweet was, oh, this is the equivalent to the Preds staring at their playoff chances and just staring at it and not taking
it.
And it's that entire image is ingrained in my brain right now thinking about it because they can't even get help from other people.
It's that and the president calling Gary Bettman Batman.
But it did make for an excellent meme.
It did. Yours was great. Where am I?
And we love a good meme. We love a good meme. We love a good meme on this show. So anytime you can give us a good meme, we're good with it.
Oh, I made your Preds Facebook meme about 25 minutes ago. It's already on Twitter.
Oh, we gotta retweet that. Yeah, working fast over here. Is this? I'm wondering if this shootout's ever gonna end.
It's round 6 right now.
We're coming up on 90 minutes of Catfish on Ice, episode 124, and we are not going to end this podcast until this shootout's over with.
So I have another player for you. I have another player.
All right, give me a player, Kyle.
And it's another old school. Peter Forsberg.
Oh, he's going other Forsberg. All right, put Peter Forsberg with Phil Forsberg
in his prime. I love Ryan Johansson, but that's your definitive number one center. It is my game, and you're just here.
We don't want to go with the double Forsberg line. Rich is pumping his fist over here.
Forsberg, Duchesne.
Heiskanen just got one.
All right.
I cannot believe
see what happens.
I'm rooting for these guys.
Yeah, because you don't like the Dallas Stars, Rich.
I like some of them. There's other teams that I don't like.
You must almost feel as filthy as cheering for, like, I don't know if you would ever cheer for the Tampa Bay Lightning no matter what was at stake.
It's over, boys. Dallas wins
Preds in the playoffs?
Preds are in the playoffs. But at what cost?
Does this mean I can put a little X next to my name?
It feels really bittersweet tonight, guys. I'm sorry. I mean, I want to cheer. I'm happy we're in, but it's like all I can think about is Juuse Saros.
Yeah. Here's our friend,
all right,
Johnny. He put it in all caps, so we know it's for real this time. Predemption. Preds are in. Yes.
Thank you, Johnny.
Thank you.
Preds are in.
Wow, man.
8 straight playoff appearance.
I want to be happy, but I'm not.
It's just weird. It's like a really weird feeling I have over me right now. It's like I don't know how to feel about it. So does that mean that Vegas is officially out, or can they can still pass Dallas, can't they?
It says something about 1 point, like the magic number. Dallas needs one more and they'll be in.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So Vegas has to win. So if Vegas wins out and Dallas loses out, then Dallas could still be out.
I guess so.
Right?
I believe so. Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, so Dallas is on a back-to-back. They got to play Arizona tomorrow night. Then they got to play Anaheim to close their season. So they get to play two teams that have nothing to play for. And then Vegas finishes out their season at Chicago, also on a back-to-back. And then they get to play St. Louis to close the season out. Yep. So it's still possible, although very unlikely, that Vegas could sneak in past Dallas.
Yep. 8 straight seasons in the playoffs.
Also,
it's cool, I guess.
It's still also the Preds are also in the driver's seat of getting the first wild cards position, as they are 2 points ahead of Dallas right now.
For sure. Yep. So who's it? If they're first wild card, who does that mean they get?
They would play Colorado. Or no, they play Calgary.
Oh, it would be Calgary? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That second wild card has to play the top seeded team in the conference.
That makes sense. Yes,
oh, and we talked about it. A lot of the fans don't like this wild card playoff format. They think it's dumb.
Yeah.
They think it's dumb that the second and third place team have to play each other. Like they don't think it's fair that the Minnesota Wild, who worked their asses off to get second place in the division, have to play the Minnesota Wild in the first round, or have to play the St. Louis Blues in the first round. Like that's a tough break, but it is what it is. I've got one more player I would put on this Preds team, and I'm going to probably going to get some flack for this, but I don't care.
It's okay.
It's another defenseman.
Is it Shea Weber?
I would. Well,
Shea Weber. Just ruin it for you?
No, Shea Weber's on my list.
Oh, gotcha.
But I'm going with my next one here. I got two more.
All right.
PK Subban, actually.
Ooh, probably.
I was actually thinking about that.
You want to talk about an igniter? You want to talk about a player who would get out there and, I mean, how he played during that cup run, during that cup season, it cannot be overstated. And sure. I know he's got some critics. I know there's some people who don't like his antics. But the dude was a smart defensive all-around player. He showed up in the big moments. He didn't shy away from the big moment. He would occasionally take some bad penalties, but I mean, he could score. He could do all the things that this team embodies right now. He would fit in perfectly. PK Subban in his prime would fit perfectly with this team.
Yep.
So
he's available next season.
I'm not. I said prime PK Subban, Rich. Don't like there.
You wouldn't like some sentimental PK Subban next season?
You're gonna get all of Preds Twitter coming after me if they misconstrue my words and they think, oh, Chad Minton said he wants the Preds to go out and get PK Subban. I can see it now.
Oh my God! I don't know if y'all saw this in our group chat, our fantasy league group chat. Vegas tweeted out round 6, Nemestikov and Dadonov, both with the X's, and the Colorado Avalanche commented on it and said, "Pull the goalie."
Oh,
there is
these team social media accounts don't care, man. They come out firing, man. I love it.
You know what? And that's what's funny. I know that a lot of people don't like hockey teams and they get upset about it, but I think sometimes the social media stuff fans the flames a lot and gets people even more agitated because y'all remember how upset we were at the Hurricanes social media last year. It was pretty bad during the playoffs. So I think they just like get everybody all riled up and make it even worse, but it is funny. So
but
uh-oh. Is Chad locked up? Oh, Chad, you went on mute, man.
You muted yourself, Chad. Chad.
He didn't even touch it.
I think his batteries died. He just kind of slowly leaned into the camera.
No. Anyway. He's figuring it out. What do you think about the social media stuff, Kyle? Does it
Can you hear me now, guys?
Oh, there he is.
We can hear you now.
Oh, I'm back. I came back from the dead just like the Predators did.
I was sitting here like sweating, going, do I need to end this or what's going on?
Yeah, hey, you gotta be back. You gotta be like David Riddick, man. You gotta like bring us home.
Oh, bring me home.
Per Adam Vingen, John Hines has no update on UC Soros.
Wow.
No, I don't think we're gonna know anything until tomorrow.
Yeah,
all right.
Not.
We're gonna wrap this up. We're gonna wrap this fun podcast up. This has been episode 124 of Catfish on Ice. I got muted, but I'm unmuted now. It feels great. I'm happy that the Preds are in the playoffs. We are all happy. You have to put up with a few more episodes this season of Catfish on Ice, so deal with it.
That's right.
We can't.
We're not going anywhere.
Playoff hockey. Can't wait for playoff hockey, as sad as we are about UC Soros. But we appreciate everyone watching on the YouTube channel and following along on Twitter at Catfish Ice. This has been your host, Chad Minton, Perk, all together tonight. It was a lot of fun. It was a blast. We appreciate you joining us. Brought to you by DraftKings and part of the Hockey Podcast Network. We will see you later this week for a new episode. We have got a full playoff preview episode coming. We are going to completely break down what we're expecting from this year's playoffs. So stay tuned for that. Take care, everybody. We'll see you later.
Have a good one.
See you, everybody.